I'm Aram Price. I'm a software engineer here at Broadcom. I've been working on Bosh and Cloud Foundry since around 2013, and I'm a member of the CFF's Foundational Infrastructure Working Group, one of the sister groups to what Amelia talked about. Fun fact about me, before I started working on Bosh, I used to manage Hadoop clusters on AWS using a Capistrano gem, and that was in part a good part of the reason I came to work on Bosh. Um, that was lots of fun. There's come a long way since 2010. The initial commit, that's the link. Tests work, so we've been testing since the beginning, which is awesome. No SQL. Ruby Gems was loading over HTTP, and Ruby 193, which I believe was end of life in 2012. So a lot of changes. Since then, and I've been involved in a little bit of this, but not all of it. We've gone from having one job per VM. We've gone from having one release per deployment to many. We don't have two different kinds of stem cells that we ship. All the CPI code was extracted from the Bosh code base. The Bosh 2.0 sort of feature set landed. We have a Golang CLI. We have a Golang bosh-agent. We added Bosh deployments links, and we added Bosh DNS. 2022 till now, we unpinned all the gems that are in the Bosh codebase. These used to be sort of bespoke, updated manually by somebody who had noticed that some gems had been out of date, run some tests. Each one of these was kind of artisanally bumped by a living engineer. Consolidated or removed a lot of the internal gems that existed in Bosh. Some of these were used for different purposes which are no longer needed, and some of them were just leftovers from refactors that had never completed. We also rolled up all of the migration code that existed in the code base for SQL that was present from pre-2021, which should save a little time, especially in testing. We replaced Event Machine, which has been deprecated for a while, with Ruby's async gems. And that was a lot of work. What did it get us? Automated updates is probably the biggest item. We're now automatically bumping, running this in CI, and being able to deliver continuous improvements to the Bosh code base. Automated releases is part of that, and lots of red and green boxes in our CI. It's concourse for folks who don't look at it every day like some of us do. What's next, or what we've been working on in 2025, Noble Stem Cell. We're launching the bosh-agent via systemd instead of run it, which is kind of just one less piece of material in our stack that we have to think about. Property validation, hat tip to Joseph, that's now landed in Bosh. You can install you can include a JSON schema in your Bosh release now that will validate to properties as they come in. And we're working on extracting Bosh Common, which is used a few places, but as I discovered earlier this year, is only published manually by a process that nobody on the team knows. So hopefully there'll be some updates in that for anybody that might consume it. Beyond 2025, one of the things I'm looking at is the dependencies aging. So we're using some gems that were really cool in 2012, Sinatra, SQL, and the delightfully named Talent Box Delayed Job SQL to run our Bosh background workers. These don't seem to have a lot of activity or active community, and they might be ripe for replacement in the next few years, or they might stop being updated. Bosh also uses a very old version of Monet to run jobs. It predates any tags I could find on the Monet source code. So that might be something we need to look at updating in the next few years. Ideas around this, I think these seem like right now the best possible directions for us. Sinatra might move to a slimmed down Rails API version. SQL could be replaced with Active Record. Talent Box, there's an active job technology in the Rails ecosystem. None of these would be big changes. Well, no, these would be large changes, but probably not a lot of appreciable impact for folks. What we'd like to see is that we're maybe writing code in a way that makes the code base more approachable for people outside of the community, since there are a lot more people doing Rails development rather than Sinatra or SQL. So there's that. And then Monet, possibly in the Noble timeframe, possibly in the next stem cell version. Seems like we could maybe start leveraging systemd. This would be a little bit of a rethink about how we do job management, how we look at jobs on the VM. Some of the foundation that was laid with BPM might provide an avenue for this in the future. That's about all I got. Love to take questions or find me later. And thanks to all the folks who I don't have emojis for all the contributions over the years.